Ladies and gentlemen, we are tuned in to the Rico Report.
I really don't know what to tell you.
That game was insane. Welcome to the Big Squad.
Shout out to the Big Squad.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to the Big Squad.
welcome on a very special evening to the Rico Report. We are here. He is our team. This is the Buffalo Fanatics. Bing, 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 bing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy back at it again. Welcome to a Tuesday. You got me saying a Tuesday. Welcome to a Friday night edition of the Rico Report, brought to you by the Buffalo Mother Effer Fanatics. Welcome. It's gonna be a good night, fellas. And ladies, we got a few things that we want to talk about. A few things on the docket. My man Josh Allen's gonna be on the docket. You know, we got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about the AFC East. You know what I mean? I dive into draft talk, but I'm not heavy into the draft talk. I leave it to the guys that know it. Right? I mean, I'll bring you guys things, bring things to the table that we as Bills fans discuss on a daily basis with our friends, with our colleagues, right? The Jets, what are the Jets going to do? What are the Bills going to do? What are the Patriots going to do? They put a lot of money into a lot of players. What's going on? How are we going to fare against the AFC East, right? First, I got to start off with this, man. How did you guys feel about the interview that was conducted with our guy Zach Moss? Come on, people, break it to me. What did you guys think about that? Let me get my banners up so we good. How did you guys feel about that interview? I felt really good about it. I honestly felt really good about it. Even before pre-live interview, we were chopping it up, you know what I'm saying, in the green room, if you will. But we were vibing, and it's always nice to just kind of vibe with who you're just gonna chop it up with. And that's what we did, man. And this guy, Zach Moss, he was loose, man. He was loose, and I have a feeling that we're gonna get a lot of loose Zach Moss this year. So, question for you guys: how did you guys feel about? How'd you guys feel about that? How'd you guys feel about the interview? How'd you feel about some of the answers that he gave to some of the tough questions I put him in, right? Yo, how do you feel about this running back business of drafting one? How do you feel about them saying running backs ain't shit? He didn't feel good about it, and he came with it. Yo, I like that, man. Moss is the boss, but I mean, we gotta chill on that just yet, because he's got to show us that he's the boss. You know what I'm saying? So if he can show us that he's the boss, then yo, let's roll. But I honestly, truly feel that it's not necessary. It's really not a need for us to go ahead and draft a running back at 30. It's not a need, right? And when it comes to best situation for the running back room, a lot of people this is the one thing that I have. It's funny. I just think it's funny. And I'll use myself as the example, right? You guys have heard me. I'm Rico, you're too hard. You're too hard on Dawson Knox. You gotta let him develop. He hasn't had much time, right? That's all I got. That's all I get, right? You're too hard on him, and then he hasn't played a lot of tight end, and this, that, and the third, right? Yo, lay off, man. Lay off. All right. But the minute I start encouraging that, let these guys play, let Singletary play, let Zach Moss play, these guys will do good. No, we got to take Najee Harris. You know, Najee Harris. We got to take, you know what I'm saying, Travis. Come on, fellas. If it's what's the saying? If it's good for the gander, good for the goose, or something of that nature. Well, listen, if you're going to say Dawson Knox needs time, then why can't you have the same energy for the running back room? I mean, because that's what I keep hearing. You got to give him time. All right, then shit, you got to give Zach Moss time too, right? And if we get that O-line room popping the way that we feel it should, shit, these boys can run wild. Because right now, defenses are going to be hopped up on Mountain Dew, ready to take down these Bills. Why? Because they're going to feel like, okay, I think we have something down pat in stopping Josh Allen. That's usually what comes down to, right? We think we have a hold on stopping Josh Allen, right? All they want to do is spread us out and this, that. So we're going to change up the personnel. We're going to get more coverage guys on the field, right? We got to put someone on Stephon Diggs, sometimes even two. We got to put someone on Cole Beasley. We got to put someone on Gabe Davis. Oh, shit, I forgot. They brought Emmanuel Sanders too. We got to put some. Let's get the DBs on there. Well, here comes Mr. Moss, the boss. He's like, okay, second year, things potentially should slow down. Let's get after it. Devin Singletary is going to be wanting some touches too. Boy, you better watch out. So we might have a nice backfield in there, man. But y'all already know, man. Sometimes it takes a little more touches, a few more touches to kind of get a feel for it and get going. But anyway, I thought that was a very entertaining interview. I think he was a very humble guy. Like he kept it real, man. He kept it 100, and it was actually refreshing for someone to speak to someone that just kept it a buck. And it's appreciative. And you root for guys like that. You want to root for guys like that. You want them to do well, don't you? Like, how could you sit there and watch that interview and be like, nah, I'm good. Nah, man. I'm not feeling that, man. I'm all about team draft Najee Harris. Like, really? You're gonna ignore, you know what I'm saying, the back that we drafted in the third, that's three seasons of 1,000 yards, man. Y'all better stop, man. Y'all better stop, man. So listen, man. Boss, right? Moss the boss. We're gonna find out. We're about to find out what he's really truly made of. Going into second year, a healthier Moss, not battling with the freaking turf toe. We're about to find out what's really good. Shout out to my guy King Thriller. King Thriller's not feeling this. He says, "Hey, Rico, stop hyping me up, bro. I just ate ice cream and my stomach kind of hurts, man. Yo, settle down to go take some Pepto Bismol. You know what I'm saying? Cool off a little bit. Take that pink drink, and we good to go. So you know what it is, man. Yo, salute to my guy Ryan Thiel. Salute to each and every one of the Bing Squad members. Y'all know what it is. Bing Squad, what's good, man? What's happening? So, guys, let's get right into some of the topics I wanted to touch on. I wanted to touch on our guy, our quarterback, our franchise quarterback, Mr. Josh Allen. And he's been in the I guess on the airwaves, right? People have been talking about Mr. Josh Allen on his response to a legitimate question. A legitimate question. Some people were talking about like, yo, fam, Kyle Brandt shouldn't have asked that question. Why not? Why not? Now we got to censor what kind of questions we ask people. A legitimate question, something that is around us. I mean, 24/7. Every time we look, there's someone talking about this coronavirus and this pandemic and this vaccines and this masks and all that stuff. Stop it, man. You guys, you're gonna be put in a situation where you got to answer a tough question. And I think I think Josh Allen did a fantastic job on answering the damn question. He hit on those that are pro-vaccine, and he hit on those that are like, yo, it's your choice. There was no wrong. He hit it for you. He gave you something that you would want to hear. He also gave you something you want to hear. But people are up in arms. Golly, man. Yo, shout out to my guy, Ryan Thiel. Ryan Thiel said, hey, man, great interview as always. Shout out to DMX, RIP. We're going to talk on DMX. Dark Man Unknown. We're going to talk on that. So, that being said, man, leave my quarterback alone. Leave my quarterback alone. And this is the crazy part. That dude held it down in that Kyle Brandt interview. Held it down. He was putting up some fire answers. And the one thing that I appreciate are movie lines, when people just drop movie lines out of nowhere, or music lyrics out of nowhere, right? And if you know, you can sit there and be like, "Oh, we're on the same page." Yo, those are one of the best. But you have to have that rapport with someone. Anyway, leave my damn quarterback alone, man. If he wants to take the damn vaccine, Once enough information is out there, he feels comfortable to do it. He said he would do it if it's right. You shouldn't have said that. That was a wrong answer. You're influential. Shut your ass up. Golly, man. Sensitive people. Man, you want to take the damn vaccine? Take it. You don't want to take it right now because you're not sure? Don't. And that's exactly what he said. Leave the damn guy alone. God damn, man. He should just stick to sports. Oh my gosh, those people. Anyway, so folks, that's our quarterback, man. And guess what? He crushed it. He absolutely crushed it on Kyle Brandt's 10 questions, man. And Kyle Brandt is obviously a great interviewer, but yo, my man Josh was killing the game, man. Good for him. Good for him, man. Answers were on point. Got to give it to him. So shout out to our quarterback, the guy that's going to lead us against the AFC East. The boy that's going to lead us against the AFC East and take it and sweep them again. And you know he's ready for it. You know he's ready for it. Because you go your playoff game against the Houston Texans and still a bad taste in all our mouths to this day because of how we lost and how we were just the better team, right? But players make plays, and we just didn't make enough plays, right? He stewed on that. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that video footage of him sitting on the bench is just dejected, right? But also ready to roll and get back into it. So you feel me? So it comes to the point where you're like, yo, he's coming back and wants more. You know he wants more. Brookie, what's up, my girl? Brookie says, yo, opinions are illegal now, Rico. Didn't you know? Yo, you just can't say a damn word nowadays because everybody's in their damn feelings. Feelings, man. Golly. Some of us got to toughen up. Some of us got to hang out with pops more, or that uncle that's rough and tough, or that grandpa or grandma that can say, hey, back in my day, we wanted this soft, man. We said what the hell we wanted to say. And if you didn't like it, either you walked away or we debated about it and then we, you know what I mean, hash it out. But these days, man, you can't say tickety boo. Shoot. Golly, man. Anyway, so that being said, we're gonna rock it out. We're gonna start it off real smooth with where's my book of notes here? Get my stuff all crossed up. So we're gonna start it off with the state of the AFC East. All right. And who do we start with? Who do you guys want to start with? I'll let the viewers pick. I normally do pre-recorded videos of the AFC East and what teams that we're facing, what they've brought to their team, and so on and so forth. But I'm curious, who y'all want to start with? You want to start with the Patriots? Want to start with the Dolphins? Want to start with the Jets? Like, what are we talking about here, folks? Talk to me. Let me know, and we can get right into it. Oh, y'all want to talk about the Jets, the Jets, Jets. Let's get into it, man. So what have the Jets done? What have the Jets done? Well, they recently traded Sam Darnold. I've never been a big fan of Sam. I mean, I don't even say big fan. I've never been a fan of Sam Darnold, first and foremost. I thought he was an all right quarterback. I thought he got way too much hype coming out of college, coming out of USC with his tiny little hands, you know what I'm saying, fumbling the ball all over the place. And I just felt that there's nothing for us to be all like, oh shit, we're playing the Sam Darnold Jets. Nah, not at all. It was the same way I felt about Tannehill. I didn't feel no type of way about Tannehill in Miami. I didn't. You feel me? So I feel I'm indifferent on him leaving or staying. It doesn't matter to me. But the fact of the matter is this: they were wasting his talents. How many guys in the league have had their talents wasted because coaches or GMs just they want to hold on to them as long as possible, and then when it's too late, you send him off. So he's already done. He's washed up. And you feel for that. I was watching the show I Am Athlete. I don't know if you've watched the show I Am Athlete. If you have not, my goodness, what a podcast. That shit is fire. But when it comes to that topic of holding on to players where it's too late, we had Andre Johnson. Do you remember Andre Johnson, the boy that put hands on Cortland Finnegan, right? Andre Johnson, you guys know he don't talk trash. He just goes out there, puts his helmet on, and balls out. Nice with it, right? And he was on the show, and they asked him something to the nature of, yo, do you feel like they wasted your talents? with the Houston Texans, right? And like, who did you have? Who did he have? He had Arian Foster. It was him and Matt Schaub. Like, wasted his talents, man. And he even went, he was like, guys, I foresee, we went 11-5, but I foresee that we're not going to be good. Trade me. If you trade me now, you will be able to get a lot of assets and try to rebuild and this, that, and the third. Fam, they were poo-poo the next year. They won 2 games, and just wasted his talents, man. And it's a shame because he could have gone somewhere else and had a big time career, and he still has a big time career. I think he's like 11th on the list of receiving yards. Boy is nice, but wasted his talents, man. Wasted his talents. Steven Jackson, that's one guy that I feel like got talent wasted. Steven Jackson, good back, nice back, big back, can catch out of the backfield. Wasted his talents. It's a shame. It's a shame. So when I look at certain people, the Jets, if they put the proper pieces around a guy like Sam Darnold, I feel like maybe they could have been better. But you had Adam Gase fucking shit up, messing people up, and not giving a damn about putting the right pieces around a quarterback like Sam Darnold. Look, Wyatt 12. Wyatt 12 is like, yo, Calvin Johnson. Now, Calvin Johnson, he did have Matt Stafford throwing him the rock, so it's not like he didn't have a quarterback, but they just didn't build enough around both those guys, right? Nate Burleson was over there. Shout out to my guy, Nate Burleson. But like, they just didn't put enough. They didn't put enough. So, and the Detroit Lions, man, I can't remember the last time that like they were like solid, nice. You know what I'm saying? Jim Caldwell was the coach. I think they went to the playoffs with Jim Caldwell. I think they went 11-5. But like historically, you don't really remember the damn Detroit Lions being that team. You don't, right? So wasted players, man. Like, can we? And before we get more into the Jets, can you think of players that have been wasted on the Bills? Are there players on this Bills that have been wasted where you're like, man, this guy is too good. We kept him and we wasted his career where he went somewhere else. It just didn't pan out. We should have let him go sooner, right? Or did him the favor to let him go sooner. Who on the Bills? Did we have anybody? That's actually a good question because I don't even know. Who would you say on this Bills team that we wasted that dude's talent, man? We didn't put enough on the team to surround this player, and we could have seen a lot more from this player if he were somewhere else. Who on the Bills in your lifetime that you feel, ooh, Christopher McLeese? You know what? Eric Moulds is a good one. Eric Moulds is a good one. That boy was nasty, but we did not put enough around Eric Moulds, man. We didn't. We never put enough around him. That boy was super nice, man. Yeah, Peerless Price was one. He left. I'm not even gonna mention Peerless Price, but Eric Moulds really stands out to me. Eric Moulds. Fred Jackson, nah. I'm not gonna say we wasted his talents because he proved himself a lot. I don't think that he would have been bigger somewhere else. I think he was just right for Buffalo, right timing, right everything. Kyle Williams, to me, I think was just right as well. Just right. It wasn't like you were wasting his talents, and he was right where he was supposed to be. But so far, the best answer I've gotten so far is Eric Moulds, man. Eric Moulds was one guy that I feel like we just didn't put enough around that man. We didn't put enough around that dude. So let's go right back to it. A lot of people saying Stevie Johnson. Stevie Johnson was cool. I think Stevie Johnson, he's my favorite Bills player of all time. And selfishly, I would have never wanted him to leave. I didn't even like it when they released him, when they brought in Sammy Watkins. Right? I was upset. And I'll tell you right now, I got something coming up shortly in the next week or two that I'll expand on that. I will expand on that. But real talk, when it comes down to it, you know what? When it comes down to it, there aren't many Bills players, but Antoine Winfield, Nate Clements. Nate Clements left, though. He was like, yo, I'm not signing back with you guys. I'm out. And he signed a major deal. He was one of he at one point was the highest paid corner, or if not defensive player ever at the time. So Antoine Winfield leaving. Golly, man, we had some people. Shady. Did we waste Shady? Would you guys say that we wasted his talents? I think we got the most out of him because we got the second stint of Shady, right? Done with the Eagles, came through the Bills, had a couple, 2 or 3 good seasons with us. At least 2 of them were nice, were solid. And then we kind of saw somewhat of a decline. but I think we got the most out of it. But anyway, back to the Jets. The Jets. I mean, Adam Gase did not do any service to Sam Darnold. So Sam Darnold's going to the Panthers. I think that's going to revive his career. He actually settles up with what's that boy's name that used to be on that squad? Rod? Was that receiver, that light-skinned cat that was on the Jets? Anderson. Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson is with the Panthers. So now these two reunite. So that should be interesting. That should be very interesting. So I mean, we'll see what's going on, man. So what did the Jets add to their team? Let's look at what they did, man. So obviously they got a new head coach in Robert Saleh. So Robert Saleh is a top he's been one of the top defensive coordinators in the game. He's finally got his opportunity to come to New York. So it should be interesting on what they do with what he does with the Jets and how he's going to bring it against the Bills, because damn right. And the thing is, we already have a jump on him. We already have a jump on him because when we played the Niners, Josh Allen went off. And I'm not saying he killed the game statistically, but he was making some really good plays. And that was a game that most people were like, if the Bills are for real, and you've heard this before, if the Bills are for real, this is what's going to show that they're a team to compete, contend, and so on and so forth. Well, guess what? My man came through and ripped it and got us the dub. And that in itself kind of put, I guess, Josh Allen on the map with some throws that he was making that. And it was against a Robert Saleh coach defense. So you got to give respect to that. So Saleh is salivating to get back at Coach McDermott and say, all right, you got me on one. So I got to build this team and then come at you. And I'm going to come at you for quite some time. No, McDermott, in my opinion, is going to be there for a long ass time. Robert Saleh, who knows, right? You got to string some wins together. It's going to be tough to string some wins together when you got Bill Belichick building a team over here. Then you got Brian Flores, that's a descendant of Bill Belichick, and he's got a pretty damn good squad. And you got the Buffalo Bills. So Robert Saleh's got a tall task. He's got a tall task ahead of him. So who do these guys bring in? So they signed Vinny Curry. They signed Tevin Coleman to a 2-year deal. So that's not a bad little signing. So shout out to Tevin Coleman. They just signed him recently, not too long ago, back in March. Sheldon Rankins is on the squad right now. They got Corey Davis on that squad. So Corey Davis signed a 3-year deal with these guys. So that should be nice. So Corey Davis, you got Denzel Mims on that squad. So two receivers that's going to be, posing a threat to our Bills secondary, right? So it's going to be very interesting to see how we match up against these guys, right? So they got a bit of speed at the running back position. I don't know what's going on with the running back position for them, but the biggest question mark is the quarterback. Are they going to go and draft Zach Wilson? Because that's what everybody's all about. Zach Wilson going to the damn Jets. They're making it seem like he's the second coming of, you know what I'm saying, big top quarterback, but we'll see. We will see. You know how the season plays out, right? They hype up these quarterbacks, hype them up hard, and then when they come and hit the league, they fizzle out. They're all right. So we're gonna find out what's going on with Mr. Zach Wilson. Ryan Thiel says, "Yo, good players, bad coaches, man." That's what sucks, man. When you have bad coaches and you got talented players, you got to coach these guys up, because some of these guys they have the potential to be really nice. They just got to get coached up properly. But when you got bad coaches, it ruins players. And I don't know what happened with Adam Gase, because when you coach a quarterback like Tim Tebow, you know what I'm saying? Or was it Tim Tebow? I don't want to screw my timeline here, but like you had Peyton Manning. You were coaching with Peyton Manning, for crying out loud. So like, you think that you'd bring some success forward with you from where you came from. Goes to the Miami Dolphins, poo out of here. Goes to the Jets, poo out of here. Like, come on, man. They should have got rid of that fool a long time ago. But hey, those are the Jets. Those are the damn Jets, man. So it's gonna be nice, man. Keenan Cole, that's an underrated signing for the Jets. Keenan Cole going there. They got a guard named Dan Feeney going over there. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what these guys do. You got some defensive players coming back. I like Marcus May. I think Marcus May is still there. Yeah, they placed a franchise tag on Marcus May. So Marcus May is nice, man. So I think they got Ashton Davis over there. I believe so. They got a decent little squad. If they could really come out and do a nice draft, add some players, You got Mekhi Becton on the O-line, solidify that O-line. You got Tevin Coleman. I was one guy that I was actually calling for if I can get a Tevin Coleman on this Bills scheme. But I mean, shit, we didn't get Tevin Coleman, but we got Matt Breida. So I mean, two speed guys that I looked at that I liked, and then we got one, not the other. But Tevin Coleman was the guy that I was looking for. So they got some speed. So it's going to be interesting to see what these Jets are capable of bringing to the table this offseason. So we're going to find out, folks. We're going to find out what's really good with these Jets. Now, am I scared of these Jets? Hell no, I ain't scared of those Jets. They're not. It's not their time. They're not going to pull a Miami Dolphins where they're not supposed to win a whole bunch of games and they end up winning a whole bunch of games. Now we have an extra game now, 17 weeks now. They added an extra week. So Vegas has them winning 6 games. I mean, shit, I did not expect that. I did not expect that. With a rookie quarterback, and you're going to give them 6 games in the tough AFC East freaking division? Let's find out. We're going to find out. We're going to see what's going on, man. So shout out to the Jets, man. I mean, they're in somewhat of a rebuild mode. So if they can really put something together, I'll be shocked. I'll be really shocked, man, for real. And I want to give a big shout out, by the way, before I get into another team. You guys can pick the next team that we're going to get into, but I want to give a big shout out, big birthday shout out to my guy Chris Janky. Jank. My man, is his birthday today, so shout out to my guy Chris Janky. I don't know how old you are. I'm a guess you're probably maybe a young buck. What are you, like 27, 28? I'm a guess. I could be wrong. He might be like, yo, man, I'm 52. Shit. Didn't expect that. But yeah, how about shout out to my guy Chris Janky, man. Happy birthday, boss. We celebrating today, man. We celebrate for you, man. So let's get right into it. We face New York. Before we get out of New York, I mean, since we're on the state of New York, and we got to give a salute to one of the rappers I grew up listening to, my guy DMX. Shout out to my guy DMX. Man, let me tell you something, man. Let me get real for a quick second. This disease, this addiction, you know what I'm saying, that people face every day, and they can't kick it, they can't shake it, and it consumes them. It's tough, man. Like, my wife and I have this conversation all the time where I don't have sympathy. It's something that I'm working on, because I'm built a little different. Chris Janky's 40 years old. Yes, sir. Right? I'm built a little different in terms of like my sensitivity goes out the window when I hear people put themselves in positions that, like, yo, you know, the drugs that you're doing are not good. You know what I'm saying? You know that it deteriorates your body, this, that, and the third. They know that, but they go ahead and do that because it's a disease. And I have to wrap my head around that, and they can't help it. And it's sad. It really does break my heart, because you're trying your best to get on the right path and right road, but certain things pull you back. You got demons that pull you back into whatever is your vice, whatever is your thing that consumes you. And it's unfortunate, because a rapper that I think is one of the top 90s hip hop dudes, man. Boy was an icon. Boy was acting, rapping, big concerts, all that stuff, man. Dude had style. Like, he was that dude, man. He was bringing the dark skinned brothers back. DMX would bring the dark skinned brothers back, man. And you could have a 50-year-old, 60-year-old right now that could rap DMX's shit right now. I mean, you saw my man Marcel Louis-Jacques tell that story about Brian Dable listening to DMX. I mean, shit, that boy was impacting a whole lot of people, man. So it's a shame. We lost a hip hop icon, man. So it's a damn shame. But if you do know people, and this is where I want to get into it, if you do know people that's going through some shit, that's going through rough times, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, a death in the family happened and they're not coping with it well. So they hang on to you know what? I don't know, whatever it is that that pulls them in. Be there for them. You ain't gotta solve anything. You don't have to be the captain that comes in and saves everything. That's not your job. Your job would be to be there for someone, whether it's a conversation, a shoulder to lean on, whatever the case is. But it's a shame. Anyway, I want to get that off my chest. You know what I'm saying? Rest easy, big fella, man. Man, yo, love one another, man. That's all I gotta say, man. You see someone going through something, be there for them. Let's do it. So we're gonna go into another team, man. Who you guys want to go with? We just did the Jets. We did the Jets. We can go to the Patriots. We can go to the Dolphins. Which one you guys want to hit? Y'all tell me which one you want to hit. We're gonna hit it right now. So Dolphins or Patriots? Which one are we hitting? You guys let me know. And then we're gonna get that thing popping right now. Let's see what the chat is saying. Let's see what the chat is saying. Oh shit. Okay, I see New England. I see New England. Y'all want to hit New England? The Pats. Okay, we're going to the Pats, baby. Let's go to the Pats. Hold on. Let me get my notes out. Let me get my notes out for my Patsies. And then we're gonna get it on. So the freaking Patriots. The Patriots are not laying down. You got to give them credit. They don't want to lay down for no, and I get it. They're not laying down. They're not going to. And let me open up my stuff because I want to see what these fools did. Let me get my stuff popping here. So the Patriots, man. Let's talk about what they did last year. Diddly squat. That's exactly what they did last year, man. Diddly fucking squat. They couldn't get their shit together. They started off hot. I'll say that. I'll give them that. It wasn't all bad. They just couldn't finish, right? Cam Newton was did I forget a super chat? Let me go back, baby. Cam Newton started off pretty nice, man. He was still, you know what I mean, ripping the ball and getting, although with no weapons whatsoever, he was doing what he could. And then COVID hit his ass, right? He got COVID. He talked about it. He's like, yo, I felt fine. I felt good. Then I started kind of feeling fatigued and this, that, and the third. He spoke on it. But that was it. When he came back, he just was not the same. And how he explained it was, I came back, but like I was good. I was ready to go, but the rest of the team was ahead of me. I was playing catch up, and he pretty much never caught up. Excuse me, I got to sneeze. And you know when you got to sneeze and it's not coming out, but it's there and you're waiting for it, so it's going to come whenever it wants to. So we're going to keep it rocking. But King Thriller, I'm going to read the super chat real quick. QB situation is gold, man. 3 busts at this point versus MVP. 3 busts. I mean, Sam Darnold bust. I don't want to call him a bust. It just didn't work out for him because he had a freaking terrible coach. But y'all already catch the drift. So when it comes to these Patriots, Cam Newton started off hot first 3-4 games, and then once he hit that COVID came to him, he said he was just never the same. The whole team was ahead of him, and they weren't doing shit in the first place, but he just could not, he couldn't catch a gear to get going. And although we were very close to losing one of those games until Justin Zimmer came in and saved the damn day with a big freaking fumble forced, the Patriots weren't doing anything special. So when I look at what the Patriots did, man, they spent some money, people. They definitely spent some money. Let's go through what the damn Patriots did. So they bring back Kyle Van Noy. So Van Noy gets cut from the damn Dolphins. I don't know why they cut. I don't know what they were thinking cutting Van Noy. But clearly, he wasn't doing it for them. You know what I'm saying? After 1 year with the team, going to Miami, sunny Miami, he didn't do diddly squat for these guys. So here we go. Van Noy goes back to the Patriots. Who else is in the Patriots right now? Trent Brown. They bring in Trent Brown from Las Vegas. Big boy. Big boy picked up too much weight. I don't know what he's going to do over there. So guess what? Mario Addison. Y'all Jerry Hughes. AJ Panessa, y'all ready to eat. Ready to eat, man. Unless he loses weight and comes correct. Yo, we gonna eat that ass up, man. We gonna, you guys done. You guys done. Anyway, let's keep it going. Trent Brown gets we trade for Trent Brown. They trade for Marcus Cannon. Let me see who else they brought in. Hold on a second. Oh, so hold on, my bad. They traded Marcus Cannon away. And then they released Bo Allen. And they released Marquise Lee. I mean, Marquise Lee didn't really do anything. But they bring in Nelson Aguilar. Let me talk about Nelson Aguilar, man. The one thing that stands to me about Nelson Aguilar, and it's always going to be something that I remember, is something was happening in Philly where there was a building on fire or apartment on fire, and some dude, I guess, was there to catch children out of a building. And he was, you know what I mean? And he's talking to the reporter, and he's sitting there catching. You know, am I lagging for you guys? I don't know if I am or if I'm still lagging. My bad. I hope it's gonna come back soon. But my guy was catching babies out of the apartments. So they sit here saying, "Hey, what was that like catching children out of the building?" And he's like, you know what I mean? The babies were coming and I was catching them. And I was catching them unlike Aguilar. And it goes back into into explaining how he's saving lives. Boy, he roasted Nelson Aguilar on national TV. Golly. That one hurt. If you're a professional athlete and this guy's talking about humanitarian work, how he was saving lives, and then has the time to pause, look at the camera and say, at least I was catching something, unlike yo ass. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. You gotta sit back and go, that's a gut check. I gotta work on my shit. So shout out to that dude that was holding it down and ripping on Nelson Aguilar. But Nelson Aguilar came back and had a big year for the Raiders. Dude had over like almost 800 yards receiving, man. So he was one of the bright spots on the Raiders. So the Patriots pick up Nelson Aguilar. So that's going to be very interesting. That's speed that Cam Newton did not have last year. So it's going to be interesting to see what these guys do. So Nelson Aguilar gets added. Kendrick Bourne gets added. Henry Anderson, that cheap shot artist, Henry Anderson gets added. Montavious Adams and Dietrich Wise Jr. gets added, right? So they added some good pieces, man. Cody Davis and Jaden Mills, man. Hunter Henry gets added. Jonnu Smith gets added. Now, big money players. So guess what? You don't see what's happening right now? One of the biggest success that they had offensively is when the Patriots had Hernandez and Gronkowski in their young primes, man. That 12 personnel, that was money, man. It was hard to stop. Who you stopping? Hernandez, or you going to stop Gronkowski? That was a high-powered offense, man. Those boys were scoring points. So they're trying to recreate that shit with Jonnu Smith, athletic tight end that can move. He didn't give you big numbers with the Titans, but he's still athletic. That when Bills fans knew that he was going to be available, we were like, yo, how much can we get Jonnu Smith for? But boy, did they sign him with big time money. And that was money that Bills were not willing to pay. Then they go ahead and bring in Hunter Henry, two big name tight ends. So that offense in itself is going to be interesting. So you add Nelson Aguilar, you add Kendrick Bourne, you add Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry. So people keep saying, yo, man, don't worry about them. They got Cam Newton. Stop it, people. Cam Newton can still play. Did you see what he was playing with? Like, this is what I don't understand. And Bills fans, we got to stop this shit, man. We got to stop this shit. When Josh Allen was throwing the ball to Andre Holmes, Kelvin Biscuit Benjamin, he's throwing it to a very depleted at the time. What was our tight end's name? Freaking, it eludes my mind. But Charles Clay, like, dude, we didn't have weapons. But what was our excuses? He's a rookie, number one, which is fair, right? Young quarterback. But those weapons were trash. Zay Jones, trash. So come on, man. So you look, who the hell was he throwing that? Who was Cam Newton throwing to last year? Edelman was hurt most of the year. N'Keal Harry, I don't know what's going on with N'Keal Harry. And that's it. I don't know who the hell else was on that team. I really don't. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I really don't. Shout out to my guy Mike Lazinski as a super chat. Thank you. Let's be real here, man. Belichick is an average coach without TB12. That's false. He sucked in Cleveland early in his career, sucked before Brady, and he sucks now. Golly, Mike Lazinski, be nice. Be nice, Mike Lazinski. Golly, he's letting my guy have it. So if we were able to make excuses for Josh Allen when he was throwing to those guys, why is it so hard for us to not give the same, I guess, reasons for or excuses for Cam Newton? Who the hell was he throwing to? Honestly, man, who was running the rock behind him? Rex Burkhead? Like, honestly, guys, Sonny Michel that wasn't even playing. He's some ass. Come on, man. That team was not a good team, man. And Belichick was like, yo, what you want me to do? I got no money. You're the GM. That was your fault. Draft better, bitch. Come on now. Shit, I didn't mean to get all crazy like that, but goddamn. You feel me? So Nelson Aguilar is going to be a good pickup for these guys. Kendrick Bourne, Hunter Henry, and Jonnu Smith is going to make their offense a little different. Kyle Van Noy coming through. Matt Judon, they signed Matt Judon on the defense. I don't think Matt Judon's like that difference maker, but Van Noy added with Matt Judon, and then Hightower coming back. That defense got a little better. You guys cannot hate. That defense got a little better. That offense got a little better. So we're going to find out if they can put things together. Belichick is still a defensive freaking genius. He's still a defensive genius. So we're going to find out what's really good with this AFC East teams, man. Real talk. Who else did they bring through? Patrick Chung retired. David Andrews, they re-signed center David Andrews. And then who else did they bring on? James White re-signed. I like James White. He's a nice little back, man. He does what he's supposed to do. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. I don't want to say that's pretty much it. They spent like a good chunk of money. So be on the lookout for these damn Patriots, man. Like they're not, you're not gonna sit there and say, oh, we're gonna sweep these asses again. We'd love to, but they're definitely going to give us a better match. And I'll tell you right now, the film is out. The film is out. And you're probably saying, what do you mean? The film has been out for a while now because Josh Allen had Brian Daboll as his coach his whole career. So what do you mean the film is out? Hold on. The film is out on them having success, right? We're putting almost 30 points a game this year. So now they're going to be like, yo, what is their money plays? What's their go-to plays? What do they like? This is how we're going to defend it. Shit, they like to go spread. They like to go 10 personnel. They like to go 11 personnel. Guess what? We're going to draft some corners. We're going to draft some DBs that can stay with these damn receivers. This is where this is a big mistake because this is where the Bills come in and run the motherfucking ball. But I digress. We're going to wait and let this play out, but don't sleep on these. And I got to give love to Patriots fans because y'all, that's a good turnaround, man. You guys went from some ass and you guys might have a little bit of class this year. You might have saved yourself a little bit to make yourself somewhat competitive because although you stayed close with some teams, man, but you just weren't competing enough. You weren't competing enough. So let's look out for these Patriots, man. I'm not sleeping on them. I'm definitely not sleeping on them. I'm definitely not sleeping on Cam Newton. I think he's gonna have a bounce back year. And I think he's motivated than ever. He got a 1-year deal worth peanuts. The first year, then he gets another 1-year deal at 14 mil. Like, fam, I told you guys, man, the amount of quarterbacks in this game, in this league, that are getting big money, and Cam Newton sitting here at $14 million. Where's my list of these quarterbacks that are getting paid big time money? I'm going through my notes because I got to keep all my shit right. So when you have Cam Newton that's been an MVP in this league, has had numbers, did his thing, and gets only paid 14 mil, ooh, that's got to take a hit to the ego. That's a hit to the ego. And guess what? He's got to prove himself. That's what we're talking about. He's got to prove himself. So before I get off the Dolphins, I get onto the Dolphins. Let me see what Pierre Kingpin is saying. He says, yo, man, Rico Kool-Aid got a little too much sugar in it. God damn, get the F out of here, he says, yo, these Cam excuses, 10-year veteran don't deserve that excuse. You make it do with what the F you got when you've been in the game this long. Wow. So you're just going to dismiss that he didn't have any weapons? Come on. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't expect a guy that of his caliber that can play. Has he lost a step? I'm not denying that whatsoever. But you still got to give the guy something to play with. They even tried Jared Stidham, and Stidham didn't do dick all, man. That team was just not a good team offensively. Why do you think they bring in Aguilar? Why do you think they bring in Kendrick Bourne? You know what I'm saying? Why do you think they bring in Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry? Because they didn't have anything, man. So like to say like, oh no, you can't give them that excuse. It's just the facts. It's just the facts. So you guys can't hate on that. Now, if they come in and poo-poo again, they shit the bed this year, okay. Yo, they gave you weapons. You weren't able to produce with the weapons they gave you. Now we can say that. But, dude, he didn't have shit. Even the head coach / GM was like, what you want me to do? I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. I couldn't do anything about it. So guess what? Y'all got to go out there and just play with the shit that I just gave y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're having craft dinner tonight. You know what I mean? That was actually, you know, we're going to go worse than that. We're having hot dogs and beans tonight. That's exactly what Belichick pretty much was serving up. He's serving up these Patriots fans with hot dogs and beans. Gross. You know what I'm saying? So now they've moved up a little bit. They moved up. what I'm saying? So we're about to find out how far they've moved up. We're gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Patriots. I gotta give love to some of the I got some friends that are Patriots fans. So my man Ray Ruth out in Toronto, he's a big Patriots fan. So hopefully your Patriots come out and do something, Ray. Raymond, hope that they come out and do something, and we're gonna find out, because if you don't come together and you don't get it together, we sweeping that ass again. We sweeping that ass again. Get the brooms out. We're gonna sweep them up. So y'all better come with it. Y'all better come with it. Mike Lazinski, what's going on, Mike? Mike says, yo, Belichick is what, 51 and 66 without Brady? That's average, kid. You may even see below average. Pats are done. I don't care who Bills get under center. God damn, Mike. Mike's 2 for 2. Mike is throwing flames today, boy. Okay, Mike. Okay, Mike. What's my man Pierre saying? Pierre says, yo, what's a realistic expectation from Cam Newton this year? Are you talking about statistics? Statistically, I mean, I can't see him throwing less than 3,000 yards, 3,000, 3,500 yards. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't even know what he threw last year. Did he even throw for over 2,500 yards? I don't even know if he did. So I can definitely see him definitely stepping up his game this year. So what? 3,300, 3,400? More touchdowns than last year. I mean, he's going to be better, man. He's going to be better. You got to give it to him. You got to give it to him. Shout out to my guy Skyline with the super chat. Yo, we need Melifonwu to guard these big tight ends. Well, listen, I like Melifonwu. I think that's the route that we may take. I think we go corner first round. I've been debating. Do we go interior lineman in first round? Do we go corner at first round? But at the end of the day, you got to go with the best player available. You guys have heard me say before, best player available. Obviously, we have to be smart about the best player that we take. But shit, I'm with y'all, man. Jeff Yin Yang says, yo, 3,500 yards, W. I can see 3,500 yards. I mean, if they're gonna be asked, he's gonna be shooting from behind a lot, right? He's gonna be trying to pass and try to get his team back into it. So we're gonna find out what's going on. We're gonna find out what's going on. Hey, Bobby, mind your business, man. Bobby, mind your business, okay? You trying to figure out what I'm gonna do? You don't go figure it out. John Clark says, yo, what does having weapons have to do with being able to throw the ball? If you can't hit the receivers when the new toys are not, the new toys are not gonna help. But the new toys got to get open. The old toys were broken. You ever watch? Here we go. Analogy time. You ever see Toy Story? All 4 of them. There was one Toy Story where all the broken toys were sent to this one room. Garbage toys were sent to this one room, and they're like, yeah, it's great. Go over there. And it's all the ones that nobody wants. The miscast, the no good. That's where Cam Newton was sent to. Cam signed with the Patriots. He's like, whoa, where's all the good shit? I thought there was some good shit around here. No, you went to the room with all the broken toys. Now he's escaped. He's gone to a room now that they've upgraded. They got some new toys in there, so he should be able to perform better, right? They're playing hide and go seek. You know what I'm saying? They're playing all the games, all the good stuff, hopscotch and all that shit, and he's able to play accordingly. But when you're playing hopscotch with no dice, or hopscotch with freaking skipping rope with nobody on the other end to skip rope, you know what I'm saying? It's just not good. It doesn't work out. So he's got some toys now, functioning toys, and we're gonna find out what he's really made of. Did that make sense? Did that analogy work? I don't know if it worked. I might have hit on that or missed a little bit. But y'all catch what I'm trying to say though. So we're gonna keep it moving, man. So next up, we are going to move on to the Dolphins. It's the Dolphins. How do we feel about these Dolphins? Because the Dolphins were making some noise last year, and we got to give it to them. They were going back and forth with their quarterback, right? It was either Fitzmagic, then it was Tua, then it was Tua time, then it was Fitzmagic. They couldn't make their damn mind up. They couldn't, right? And they had some games where, like a lot of the games they were playing, their defense kept them in the game. Turnovers after turnovers. Freaking Xavier Howard had a monster year. You know what I'm saying? What he had, like 9 interceptions. Dude was playing off the chains, man. That defense was forcing turnovers like they were that team, right? But we waxed that ass last game of the year. They needed to win that to get in, and they couldn't. We smoked that. We rolled them up, sparked it up, and we said, good day to you. You're done. So I'm sure they have that bad taste in their mouth. Man, the AFC East, man, they got to be pissed off, man, because we rolled them. We rolled them. We swept them. It felt great. And nothing worse than when you get swept. So now when the King's on top, and I'm talking about the Bills, you want everything to do with trying to get back to them. You want to get back at them really bad. That's how we felt when the Patriots kept on rolling us year after year after year. We couldn't wait to play these guys. So the Patriots are going to be like, shoot, I'm coming for them. The Dolphins are going to be like, I'm coming for you guys too. So it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be very interesting. So before we get into the Fins, let me read some questions. Let me read some comments from the chat section. My girl Abby, what's going on, Abby? Abby says that I think corner first round makes sense. We plugged a lot of holes already. That defensive end, I think. Obata. You're talking about Obata. We got Obata on the squad too. I got something I'm gonna mention after I talk about the what do you call the Dolphins, and then when we get into the Bills, then I don't want to call it a hot take, but something that most people are not talking about that I think that we should be definitely looking into. So let me pull up the Dolphins and what they've done in the offseason. I don't know if they did too much, but we're gonna find out. I should have brought my guy Kevin on to speak on his team, but he's probably too embarrassed to talk about them, so I don't blame him. I don't blame him one bit. So what have the damn Dolphins done this offseason? Let's talk about it, right? So the Dolphins, what have y'all done? So the Dolphins went 10-6 last year, right? They went 3-3 in the AFC East, second in the division. They had a chance to make the playoffs, and they poo-pooed the season away by getting smashed by the Bills, 56 to I don't give a damn, right? But when you get a 50 burger put on your ass, sit your ass down. Because it doesn't feel good to get 50 points put on you by Matt Barkley. Bitcoin Barkley put up points. Yes, you have my guy Antonio Williams putting up points. Boy, we were just waxing that ass, man. Real talk. So let's find out what these guys have done this year. So what are you guys up to, guys? Let me see. Let me close this real quick. I got the iPad out. I'm trying to stun at you guys. So they brought John Jenkins, signed Elandon Roberts. They re-signed Elandon Roberts. Mac Hollins got re-signed. I mean, they didn't really do much, man. Who they got? Yo, what happened to Isaiah Wilson, man? And let me tell you guys, this is that thing I was telling you guys about, right? When these dudes are addicted to stuff, or they just have no care for it, or they're onto something, Isaiah Wilson leaves the Titans. They release him. They do what I don't know if they release him or they traded him. I don't know what it is, but they got rid of him. The Dolphins pick him up. This guy was a high draft pick. He goes to the Jets, doesn't even last 3 months. Cut. He goes to the Dolphins, cut. Dude, what's up with these guys, man? You have a hell of an opportunity and you just throw that shit away. Shame on Isaiah Wilson, man. That he could have been a nice little addition for these guys because these guys need linemen. So Malcolm Butler comes through. Cethan Carter, tight end. Will Fuller. That's a big pickup. Will Fuller going to the Dolphins is a big pickup. Now you got something that can stretch the field. So we gotta be on top of that, man. Will Fuller could run, right? Shout out to my guy Christopher McClee, says Josh Allen is the Dolphins' daddy. We're gonna call him the Dolphins' daddy. TDD, the Dolphins' daddy. I don't know, man. That could work. That could fly. I don't know if that could fly with you guys, but I mean, if we say it enough, it could work, right? So, who else did they sign? They signed so they bring in Devin Godchow, right? Devin Godchow declared for free agency. Robert Foster. Did they bring on Robert Foster? Golly. Okay, Robert Foster. I see you, fam. So Adam Butler. They signed Adam Butler. So really, they didn't really do too much, man. They really didn't do too much. So, you know what? The Dolphins kind of stayed pretty much the same, but they got rid of a lot of draft picks. They moved some draft picks. They picked some stuff up from later on. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they do with these draft picks. So that Will Fuller, that's the one that stands out to me. That Will Fuller pickup is legit. Let me see what they did for draft picks, right? Actually, they just brought, who did they bring? They just bring on McKinney. So they acquired linebacker Bedrick McKinney and a 7th round pick from the Houston Texans in exchange for defensive end Shaq Lawson. So they got rid of Shaq Lawson. I forgot about that. Shaq Lawson goes from Miami, takes a big time deal, goes to Miami from Buffalo, and now he's in the Houston Texans team. I mean, you're gonna have to make the most of it, But I mean, there's nothing too special about that, truth be told. So I mean, what else did these guys do? So Elandon Roberts, obviously they signed Elandon Roberts. They got Mac Hollins. Will Fuller's the big signing. Justin Coleman. Yo, fam, they didn't really do much. So I'm not really stressing on these Dolphins, man. What they decide to do in the draft is another big deal. So we're gonna find out how these guys deal. Having draft picks is great, but what you do with your draft picks is another. And prime example of having a whole lot of draft picks, but you don't know how to do anything with them is Bill Belichick. He is historically not good at drafting. Not good. Dude, you had a chance to pick up. Who did he have a chance to pick up? Two prominent receivers. He skipped on those two receivers and picked up after his advisor said, yo, get these two guys. I don't know if you guys remember this. Get these two guys. He says, nah, give me N'Keal Harry. And I got love for N'Keal Harry. That's a fellow Canadian. Gotta give love to N'Keal Harry, but god damn, man, they give you two options to go for, and you decide to go with N'Keal Harry because you think you're smarter than everybody. They're saying, yo, this is a clear-cut pick, Bill. Take the pick, Bill. Bill's like, no, me and Nike, we're going to pick N'Keal Harry. Come on, man. Tripping. Mike Luzinski, is anyone really worried about Tua? The Dolphins are doing some decent things, but Tua doesn't scare me at the least. Tua was a rookie. Let's be real, guys. Tua was a rookie. A lot of people love Tua at Alabama. You know what I'm saying? That left-handed dude, he could sling the rock, but he also had a lot of talent on that Alabama squad. So you got to give him love for that. Did what he had to do, got drafted, 5th overall. So get him some time under center, get him some time with free agency, with Will Fuller on the squad, get him some time in camp, OTAs, all that good stuff. We'll find out. I mean, he didn't show me anything that was special this past season. He had some good moments, but he didn't give me anything that I was like, oh, okay, we got to watch out for that. He didn't scare me none. But guys develop, right? Give him time, Rico. Give him time. So guys develop. So maybe he develops something. Maybe he comes in. Because, guys, nobody anticipated, except for Pierre, because, I mean, it's documented. He's been calling it. I'll just speak for myself. I didn't anticipate Allen having the year that he had. 4,500 yards. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Was he at 3,700? I can't even remember. This dude just had a monster year. So at the end of the day, man, you give them their opportunity. If they seize it, shit, great. I didn't expect it coming from Justin freaking what's that cat from the Chargers? Did you expect that to happen? No, this guy was ripping it, almost 300 yards a game, ripping the ball, man. Justin Herbert was doing the damn thing. So was Josh Allen, and he could come back and do the same damn thing all over again. Thank you very much. Was it over DK Metcalf? Yeah, man, he took Harry over DK Metcalf and Brown. AJ Brown, that's who it was. AJ Brown. Come on, Bill. You don't choose AJ Brown and you choose N'Keal Harry? Boy, you tripping, man. That's craziness to me. That's really crazy. So at the end of the day, man, that's what it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to him, Tua, having a little more time, get familiar with his offense, get familiar with whatever they're doing with the Dolphins, and then we'll see how he does. We'll definitely see how he does. But goddamn, Bill Belichick, I hate to go back to Bill Belichick, but yo, you screwed up by skipping on AJ Brown. Golly. Shame. So back to somebody called him Tuna. So back to the program, right? So at the end of the day, when it comes to the Dolphins and Tua and Brian Flores, I question. I mean, me and my man Kevin had a heated discussion when we were talking about Brian Flores and his decision making and the things that he does, where you're not quite certain that you want to have this quarterback in or that quarterback in, and you're going by the seat of your pants, just game by game. I don't know if I agree with that. But Kevin was like, "What do you mean?" Like, we were going back and forth. I was like, "Dude, keep your rookie in. He's the one that got you 8 straight wins. Why the hell would you mess around with that?" Right? And we went back and forth. So hopefully there is no fits, obviously. So they're gonna have to keep Tua in there, and we'll see how it goes, man. So is it over for the opportunity for Deshaun Watson to come over there? I doubt it. They got rid of all their picks and stuff like that, so they moved around. So Deshaun Watson is highly unlikely. So we'll see what these guys do, man. Jeff Ying, I think they did bring on Isaiah Ford, or they did release Isaiah Ford. I can't remember what it was. I know Kevin was complaining about Isaiah Ford, so maybe they did bring him on. But all in all, it's really going to be the battle for second place is going to be between the Patriots and the Dolphins. And the Dolphins, we're going to find out how they do in this draft, and they're going to be really developing their receivers, man. They still got Preston Williams. They still got they obviously brought in Will Fuller, so they're going to have a nice complement of receivers. So they gave the help that they need for Tua. Mike Gesicki's still nice. Then the boys nice with it. They might even draft a running back. You don't know what they're going to do with that pick. Or if they got the 12th pick, they might draft a running back. You never know. Or they might love Ahmed, whatever his name was, right? So we'll see what these Dolphins do. Defensively, they're a good unit. They got a nice corner, guys, good safety play, good linebacking play. So we'll find out how these guys play out. But right now, the superior team is the Buffalo Bills, right? And that's a great way to jump right into it and segue right into the Buffalo Bills. So the state of the AFC East, you got to go through who? You got to go through who? It's the Buffalo Bills. That's who you got to go through, because guess what? When you sweep the division, you got to come through Stephon Diggs. You got to go through Josh Allen. You got to go through Trey White. You got to go through Matt Milano, Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde. Yo, we stacked up, kid. We are stacked up on this team, man. So good luck. Good luck, because, yo, these guys are motivated as ever. Think about it, man. Look at the timeline. 2017 season, 2017 to 2018 season. We go against the Jaguars. The game was a close game. Golly, Tyrod just couldn't get things going. And then here comes Nate Peterman. Nate Peterman throws a pick right to Jalen Ramsey. Ugh, gross, right? But that was the taste for us to get into the playoffs, man. Kyle Williams, first time in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? Jerry Hughes gets in first time in the playoffs. So it was nice for us to just crack that and get in there, right? And then next year we missed the playoffs. So like, shit, okay, maybe that was just a fluke. Oh shit, we're back at it again. Josh Allen against the Texans. So look what's happening, right? So things start materializing. Josh Allen brings us to the playoffs, leads us there. What we were like 10-6, and we lose a devastating game to the Texans. What does Josh do? Comes back, has a monster year, shows that he's got it, gets us to the AFC damn championship game. We got outplayed, we got outcoached, but golly, was that ever an experience? Experience. That's what it's about, man. That's what it comes down to, experience. Because now you know what to look forward to. We got the monkey out of the way, off our backs against the Colts. That was a tough game, really tough game. It came down to a batted ball down from a Hail Mary pass. And we all know how the Hail Mary doesn't do us good. Hurts the heart tremendously. So we have to keep that in mind, right? So state of the AFC East is the Buffalo Bills. So the Bills, John Brown, released. See you later. Emmanuel Sanders, brought in. Okay, so now we're like, okay, so the offense is going to stay somewhat intact. So we're doing all right, right? We bring in a few other players that, you know what I mean, I wouldn't say insignificant, but players that'll make a difference. We just lost Dean Marlowe not too long ago. How do you guys feel about that? You guys saddened? Dean Marlowe's gone. That was Coach McDermott's guy, right? He's been with Coach McDermott his whole life, his whole career, shall I say? So you gotta give Brandon Beane some credit, man, because Brandon Beane made some big time acquisitions, man. And a lot of people are gonna talk about like, oh, I don't know, man, because we picked up a 34-year-old receiver in Emmanuel Sanders, but Emmanuel Sanders is still doing it. Don't sleep on that, right? So let's take a look at the Bills acquisitions this year, right? So let me just jump on there real quick. So Jefferson's gone. I actually thought we were going to keep Jefferson, real talk. I'm not going to lie. I thought we were going to keep Jefferson. I thought we were going to do really good with him, but guess what? We're not bringing him on. So we just recently brought in Forrest Lamp, former second rounder. We'll give competition to you know who, and we're going to talk on that in just a moment. Jamil Douglas, Markel Lee should be a very interesting piece that we bring on and see how he does in the in the linebacking competition. What depth piece is he going to be? Is he just a camp body? Is he actually going to be someone worthwhile to be on the field? I mean, we're going to find out. Tyrell Adams is on there as well. We got Bobby Hart. A lot of people had some harsh things to say about Bobby Hart. He's a bum. Why did we bring him on? Fellas, he's depth. He's depth. He's simply depth. And if he shows that he can do something, let's go. Let's roll with it, right? We bring in Brandon Powell. He's going to be competing for the kick return position. So we're going to see what Brandon Powell brings to the table, right? Matt Breida. We bring in running back Matt Breida. He's going to be now giving us an element in the run game, stretching the run, getting to the outside. That's something that we kind of lacked. Was it scheme? Was it lack of speed from the guys that we have? We know Devin Singletary doesn't have that speed to get to the outside. Zach Moss, on the other hand, can get to the outside, but he's not as fast, obviously, as the speedster in Matt Breida. So Matt Breida gives us another element, catching the ball out of the backfield and stretching the damn offense, right? Getting to the sidelines, something that we lacked last year. So I'm looking forward to that competition between Antonio Williams, Zach Moss, Breida, you know what I'm saying? Devin Singletary. It's going to be super interesting to see how we fare, right? We bring in Efe Obada, you know what I'm saying? The Nigerian nightmare. That boy is going to be interesting to see. He can play inside, he can play outside. So we're going to find out where he fits. Does he replace the role of Quentin Jefferson? Did we not get enough from Quentin Jefferson, or was it just a money situation? We just want to pay him the $6 to $8 million that we were going to pay him. So we bring in Mr. Obada. So Obada is going to be coming. Now, that guy's a freak of nature. We bring back Mr. Lil Dirty, Isaiah McKenzie, big piece. Jacob Hollister. If you guys aren't familiar with Jacob Hollister, my man was the tight end for Josh Allen back in Wyoming. So they're trying to bring the whole band back together for my guy Josh Allen. So he's as comfortable as possible to ring it back and bring it back to the AFC Championship game. So that's dope, right? We bring in Mitch Trubisky, former first-round pick. They traded up for that dude, man. So now he's on our squad. So this is just a one-year gap stop. You know what I mean? Learn a few things from Coach Dable, see what Josh Allen's doing, and then whoever wants him next year, they're going to go. So this is just a one-year deal, right? But there's a reason we bring on a guy like Mr. Trubisky, because we all know if Josh Allen, God forbid, goes down, season done. Season's done. You guys know that. Now, season stays alive with a guy like Mr. Trubisky that's got starting ability. He's got a winning record, or at least a 500 record. He's got some playoff ability. So we get someone that can keep the boat afloat and then some. So you can't go wrong with a guy like Mitch Trubisky as the backup. So Brandon Beane strikes again, right? So Mitch Trubisky, then we bring back Ike Butker. Did we bring back? Yeah, we brought Mike. Okay, we go. We signed him to a tender at 2.2 million. So we're gonna find out what we do with Mr. Ike Butker, and then we bring back Levi Wallace. So we brought back the whole damn squad, baby. The whole squad came back. So we have to run it back. We have to. We got to run it back, man. We can't play games, man. We brought back the right pieces. We moved a few things around. John Brown gone. Then Emmanuel Sanders comes in. We bring it a bit of speed at the running back position. Now, when it comes to the draft time, we can head in any damn direction we want to. Any damn direction that we want to. Now, here is the one thing that I did want to speak on. So I had my man Z-Bot on with me the other day alongside Joe Marino from the TDN, the Draft Network. You guys have been doing your thing with Draft Network. So shout out to my guy Joe and shout out to my guy Z-Bot. And we were talking about 3 position groups that we could see Brandon Beane taking with the 30th pick. 3 position groups. So the consensus pick was O-line, D-line. I jumped in with corner. I think corner is a big piece that we should definitely bring in. Joe came in with receiver. That was his hot take. Receiver could be with the 30th pick. And then Z-Bot was like, yo, we might just go running back. I was like, come on, fam, you crazy, right? So the one that stood up for me was corner. I think we could definitely go with a corner. Can't go wrong with 2 shutdown corners. It's problematic for the quarterback. Let's go. Receiver could be a pick. Keep the ammo going. Keep Josh Allen sharpening that knife. Iron sharpens iron. Or we go running back with a bit of Najee Harris. Maybe it's a little Javonte Williams. I don't know. We'll find out. But one position that not a lot of people are talking about, and when you look at the depth at that position that I'm going to give you guys, give me 1 second. Let me find that shit for y'all so you guys know what I'm talking about. is the defensive tackle position. Let's really talk about it, though. Real talk, right? We move on from we move on from Jefferson, right? Starla Tulele is coming back. We don't know what Starla Tulele is going to bring to the table, right? So Vernon Butler's gone, Jefferson's gone. Now we have Zimmer. We have Zimmer on the squad. We got Harrison, obviously. You got our guy Ed Oliver, and then we got our guy Starla Tulele, right? So when you're looking at the defensive tackle position, what if Starla Tulele is not what he is? He's not that guy anymore, right? Passion's gone, whatever the case is, and it may not even happen. Maybe he comes back with a new sense of belonging. But what if it's not the case? What if it's not the case where he's just not quite there? What if Harrison Phillips doesn't put it together? I think he's going to have a standout year. I think he comes out this year and really does something. But what if it's not? So we're stuck with Ed Oliver, right? And we can't have Ed Oliver playing out of position again. So dare we address the defensive tackle position in the first 2 rounds? I'm not going to say the first round, but dare we address the defensive tackle position in the first 2 rounds? Because one thing that we tend to give up is the gap up the middle, man. We just get pushed around sometimes. So hopefully our guys that we currently have right now are enough that we can focus on other parts of this team. But I'm not sleeping at all on picking up a defensive tackle. A lot of people have been mentioning this name of Shelvin. I think it was an LSU cat. Boy's a big fella, right? And he gets after it. So where do we take him? Is he a 3rd round guy? Is that someone that we grab in the 3rd round? Do you move up a little bit and grab in the 2nd? Looking forward to that. Some people are talking about it. You guys are talking about Ndamukong Suh? You guys are trying to bring in Ndamukong Suh? I thought somebody said Ndamukong Suh. Didn't he sign back with the Bucks? I'm not too sure. But these are the things that people are talking about right now. And one thing I don't see much people talking about is the defensive tackle position. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, yo, I'm that dude. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to the draft guys and prospects. I don't. But one thing that I do know is that that's one place that we could address to get strength, to get a little stronger. So guess what? We get a little stronger at the defensive tackle position, and we can hold our point of attack at the same time. It frees up guys like Matt Milano, frees up guys like Tremaine Edmonds, and then we are back to being a prominent freaking defense this coming year. But let's not sleep on the defensive tackle position, right? A lot of people talk about the defensive end position, that we need a pass rush, we need this, we need that. Don't disagree, because we do, right? Didn't have enough finish last year. We had 38 sacks. I think we're way better than a 38 sack team. However, the defensive tackle position, we stopped that run, allow them and let our guys get after it. We bring in a nice corner to shut shit down, whether it be Levi Wallace and they trust him, or it's Asante Samuels or Patrick Surtain, or it's, you know what I'm saying? Oh, who knows? Whatever corner that drops by, Melifonwu, I'll take it. Right? We're gonna find out. Ashton says, what do you think about Najee Harris? I like Najee Harris, man. Can catch out of the backfield, is a big back. You know what I'm saying? Very balanced. Can do it all. Really, really and truly. But I don't think we need it. I don't think we need the running back position. That would purely be a want, and that means that we just don't feel, if we pick the running back, that means there's somebody in that backfield that we just don't like. Is it Devin Singletary or is it Zach Moss? One of them we don't like, because we just brought in Breida, we have Antonio Williams, and then you bring in Najee Harris. You're getting rid of somebody. You're not keeping all those guys. So that would be very interesting in itself. So the Bills, to me, are loaded enough to bring it back in that window. We have a small window to do it again. Josh Allen is motivated as ever. He wants it. They asked him, how do you feel about that loss last year? And he's like, yo, I just want to come back. Like, I'm paraphrasing here, but he wants it back. He wants to come back and bring it. Shit. That gets me excited. That gets me excited. When I see my quarterback is saying, hey, fam, it's good and dandy that we made it to the AFC Championship game, but like when I'm paying attention to the likes of my counterpart in Pat Mahomes doing the damn thing and celebrating, I was like, yo, I can be there. I can definitely be there. And the fact that he said it would have been so poetic just if it were the Bills versus the Bucks. You know damn right that if the Bills went against the Bucks, we take down the Bucks. I think that we would have been able to take down the Bucks because there would have been sheer, we need to beat Tom Brady. We need to beat Tom Brady. That's what would have been the motivation in itself would have been beat Tom Brady. But it wasn't our window. It wasn't our season. So maybe this is the one that we get. This is the season coming up. Maybe this is the one that we take. We take down the AFC East again, and we run through the freaking playoffs with an easier schedule. We're about to find out. We're about to find out what's really good. So, folks, AFC East rundown. We brought both our coaches back. Brian Dable's coming back. You know what I'm saying? Leslie Frazier's coming back. You know what I'm saying? Skip is coming back, the running back coach. You know what I'm saying? So he gets to work with these guys once again, get these guys on track. OG Bobby Johnson's coming back. He's going to get this O-line back on track. The O-line, we added some pieces on the O-line. The one piece that I want to talk about is Cody Ford. Cody Ford. You feel me? I'm not saying he should be nervous, but Cody Ford needs to is getting a little hot in the room a little bit because they're bringing Forrest Lamp. And I'm not by any means saying Forrest Lamp is he's just gonna come in and just own that spot. No. It's Cody Ford's position to lose, and Cody Ford is that's your position. Now, if you let Forrest Lamp come in and take that shit from you, because you know competition, how that works. I'm just saying, folks, it's gonna be a battle for that left guard position. It's definitely gonna be a battle for that left guard position. Shout out to my guy Skyline. What's going on, Skyline? He goes, who y'all like at edge? He likes Carlos Basham. To me, Phillips and Russo stand out to me a lot. Kwity Paye stands out to me a lot. That boy's got a fucking motor. A motor, right? So I'm looking forward to seeing if these guys drop. If these guys drop, man, you can't. How do you say no to that, man? Like I said, best player available. You take the best player available. If it's a pass rusher that you desperately want and you need, shit, you don't skip that. You take it. You take it. So back to Cody Ford, though. Cody Ford, competition is gonna be fierce, man. It's gonna be fierce. So bring it. You gotta bring it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure we're gonna draft the lineman. And don't forget, guys, you can get these nice linemen. You know what I'm saying? 5th round, 6th round. Look at Wyatt Teller. Wyatt Teller was grabbed in the 5th round. Some say that we gave up on him too soon. But I mean, you have your thoughts on it. But some say we gave up on him too soon. And right now, he's one of the best guards in the game. So hopefully our coaching staff and our scouting staff find something that works out best. And then we go from there, man. My man Jason says, yo, back-to-back sweep. Love you, Rico, but that's a tall order. Damn, okay. New England will be better, and I think the division in general will be much tougher for sure. I don't disagree with that at all. Sweeping, though, will depend on the defense rebounding. Absolutely, man. I mean, shit. If we can sweep them again, why not? It's not impossible. It's definitely not impossible, man. So, especially because we are bringing majority of our guys back. Shit, why not, fam? It's definitely possible. Definitely possible. Shout out to my guy, Mike Luzinski. He says, yo, Josh Allen 17, man. That hat and shirt is fine and dandy, but I want the one that says effing Super Bowl champions on it. You guys already know, man. Don't get yourself all hyped up just yet. You know what I'm saying? Give it some time to marinate. But real talk, man, when you hear Josh Allen talk about, yeah, that hat is cool, that hat is cute, but I want the one that says, yo, we won the bitch. We won the bitch. Yo, if they make a t-shirt like that, that shit will sell it like a motherfucker. I'll tell you that right now. We won the bitch, Buffalo, New York. Sold out. Shit, we might even have to put that together, guys. Hey, creative design team. When we win that damn Super Bowl, man, we won the bitch, Buffalo, New York. Yo, what doesn't need to be explained, man, you don't got to say shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to explain nothing. Everybody's going to know exactly what that shirt means. We just got to win the whole thing. We just got to win the whole thing. So, folks, yeah, somebody said, yo, the thing should be bam, kiss the ring. Shit, we got to win it, man. One game at a time. We got to win it. So questions, concerns, hit me up with them. How you guys feel? You guys feel good about our chances in the AFC East? Are the Patriots going to push us? Are the Jets going to surprise a lot of people? Are the Dolphins just on a brink of breaking out because all they needed was a new weapon in Will Fuller, right? Are they going to draft a running back? Are they going for, another corner? Who knows what the Dolphins are going to do? I have no idea. The Patriots just paid a lot of people, man. Just paid up. Are they ready to do it again? Are they going to try to come claim that top spot that they've had for so many damn years? I'm going to tell you something, though. Bills Mafia has something to say about that. Josh Allen has something to say about that. You know what I'm saying? Zach Moss has something to say about that. Cole Beasley has something to say about that. Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, Trey White. Yo, fam, the whole team's got something to say about that. Watch the fuck out. Y'all need to watch out, man. Don't play with these guys. Don't play with these Bills, man. You might watch out and get stampede. You might get stomped on, man. It's the Buffalo Stomp. Watch out. So, folks, taking questions, taking draft questions, if you will. I mean, I'll try my best to answer them. Player acquisition questions. Anything about these Bills going through, yo, listen, I'm ready to answer some questions if you got them. If I missed a question or a statement that you wanted to make earlier in the chat, jump in and retype that in, man, and we'll jump on that and get it popping. J Mafia says, yo, and if we are able to go to get a good pass rusher, we wouldn't need a solid quarterback too, or, and I don't disagree with that at all, or we don't need. I'm gonna leave that comment up. Or we need to get a cornerback too, so that way we don't need to draft a big-time pass rusher because we have Jerry Hughes. We just paid a lot of money to Mary Addison that took a pay cut. AJ Epenesa's on the cusp of coming around, so maybe it's a cornerback that we need desperately. So we bring in a cornerback, So we bring in a corner, that quarterback holds onto the ball a little longer than he needs to, which is just enough time for us to disrupt him, move him around the pocket, take a sack, throw a freaking flutter ball into back to the house for 6. Sometimes it's just locking down. Corners lock shit down. Quarterbacks hold on to the ball longer. Sack, 3 and out, punt. Let's go. I'm with you, man. That shit. You're not wrong with, hey, listen, maybe it's the big pass rush that we need. A guy that gets around the corner real quick, making the quarterback make a decision fast. And then we can just sit on that. Boom, interception. I don't even got to look back. Oh, shit, here comes the ball. Receiver's still running his route. Let me jump in front of that. Happens, man. It does happen. It really does. Mr. Smith says, yo, the Bills are hungry. You damn right they're hungry. They want to go back to it, man. When you get a taste of being in a high position, it's like you go from flying coach, and you fly first class for the first time, and you see how nice it is. Like, shit, this is what first class is about. Sir, would you like a drink? Water? No. Would you like Hennessy? What would you like? Want some Jack Daniels? What you want? You want a Jameson? Like whiskey? What do you want? So it's gonna be one of those shit. Okay, have a seat, sir. Do you want a warm towel? Damn, yes, I would. This is nice up here. That's what happens. You go from coach to first class, you shit. I ain't going back to coach. So we are in a standard right now of winning. We've been going to the playoffs. You think we're trying to not make the playoffs anymore? Hell no. It's been too nice to be part of this elite group in the playoffs, right? I'm 4 games away from winning the whole damn thing. I ain't going back to not making the playoffs. I ain't going back to the bottom of the basement in the AFC East. Hell no. I ain't going back. I'm trying to stay up here in the playoffs amongst the best. That's what it is, man. Nobody wants to go back to coach once you've tasted first class. And by the way, I haven't had a chance to ring this mother effing bell. Bing, biggity, bing. We got a new member. Let's go. Wyatt 12. What's good, my fam? Welcome to the Bing Squad, my guy. Let's go, man. You guys haven't had a chance to say bing, biggity, bing. Bing, biggity, bing. Welcome back. Let's go. Shout out to my guy, Richard Rush, double R. I think our first round pick should be a corner or big safety to cover the tight ends in the East. I don't mind a safety. I don't know if safety is worthy enough for us to grab in the first round, but we can definitely get some in the later rounds. Ask my guys Steve and Dave, man. They've been talking on these things like crazy. So peep these guys out, peep my boys out, man. They know what the hell they're talking about, way more than I would. But one thing I do know is safety in the first round, especially where we're picking. Might as well wait that bitch out, wait it out. JM, he is the perfect schematic fit, fills a need, instantly number one player on the depth chart at RB, and impacts both run and pass game. Explosive plays, score more points, win more games. And I'm assuming you are speaking of Najee Harris. Hey, at the end of the day, if they come in and say the number with the 30th pick, the Bills pick Najee Harris, I ain't gonna be mad about it. I'm like, shit, okay, I guess they saw something. Didn't see that coming, but I guess we got to get on board. So let's get on board. If they draft a freaking running back, let's get on board. Obviously, they know something that we don't. Loyal Top Gamer says, yo, first round, cornerback. Second round, offensive line. Third round, defensive tackle. Okay. Fifth round, receiver. Sixth round, safety. And then seventh round, we're going linebacker. I don't mind that at all. You know what's funny? I have not even done a Draft Network or any of those mock drafts out there. I've not done one yet. I got to start diving into it and really finding out like where we're going to be, what we're going to be doing. And I'm looking forward to it. Now, when I do, I'm going to post it out for you guys. And what we'll do too is we'll do a community draft where I will put the community draft on screen. And what we'll do is you guys will pick who we go with. The more you type in the super chats, if it's a super chat that you want to put in there, or the more you type in on the screen, that's who we're going to go with. And that's going to be the consensus pick. So we'll go from there. So, folks, that's my time, baby. Unless you guys have questions, concerns that you want to bring up, I'm looking at the chats right now. But that's my time. Make sure, by the way, let me give a shout out to my guy, Wyatt12. Wyatt12, I like Richie Grant. Oh, safety Richie Grant is nice. Absolutely. He's a first rounder. From what I understand, he's a first rounder, graded for a first round. Some don't like him, but he'd be second round, and I wouldn't do that. We'll see, man. Bottom of the first, early second. But I've heard that name. He's a nice player. He's an overall good safety. But I'm very pleased with the safeties that we have, but we need depth. Jaquan Johnson is the other depth. We got Saron Neal. That's a corner / safety. So we're going to see. We're going to see what's really good. We're definitely going to see. John Herring. Give me Farley at 30, Jabril Cox in the second, and Shelvin in the third. I like that. I like that a lot. What about Nazaruddin Hamza? Hamza is like a big safety / linebacker. So what about him? Where would you guys grab him? Second, third? That would be something. But I need you guys to do me a favor. You see what Mr. Smith just said? Mr. Smith just said, yo, share this stream and like it. Smash that like button. It's been a while since I've asked you guys to smash that like button. So while you guys are in here, take a minute and smash that like button real quick for your boy before I get out of here. Dirty Randy says, yo, guys, it's McDermott. It's going to be a cornerback too. Yo, I'm telling you right now, man, I'm with you. Dirty Randy. DR. I'm with you, man. It's going to be corner, man. He's going to go corner. I know he likes Levi Wallace. I know there's Dane Jackson that's there. But you just can't go. You can't not have a corner. And especially if he's sitting there as the best player available, you got to take the corner. Take the corner, man. And if it's Melifonwu, shit, even better. Because that's a corner that I really like. Big, physical, can get after it, will tackle, willing tackler. You know what I'm saying? And I think that'd be a nice pairing. Nice and long, lengthy. So those big 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" receivers, yo, you ain't got shit on me, fam. Let's go. Man on mano. Mano y mano. Let's work. Let's go for it. So, yeah, man. I see Bobby peeping. Bobby peeping, boy. Yo, shout out to my guy. Why did you come watch the show? Because he felt that the show was a great show. So I appreciate you. That's love. Love that. Love that, love that, love that. So, folks, that's my time, man. That is my time. I appreciate John Herring. My man John says, yo, great show. Have a good weekend. Bills Mafia, let's go. Y'all have a good weekend. But you guys already know what I do, man. Listen, be good to one another. Be straight. Somebody out there needs a shoulder to lean on, man. You see someone that's struggling, yo, listen, head over there, say what's up. I know it's in a pandemic time. Shoot that text. What's good? What's happening? How are you? Are you good? Do you want me to drum something off to your house? Whatever. Be good to one another, man, because we got each other. it's humanity, man. We gotta hold each other down, man. When you see brother or sister, you know what I'm saying, like struggling, be good, be there for them. So, fellas, enjoy the rest of the evening, and we will see you guys next week. Monday we'll be back with the Bills guys, and I'm back again on Tuesday. And then I got a special live interview event, not live, excuse me, a special interview for you guys dropping next week. Woo! It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. I'm telling you right now, man. So peep it. If you guys have not checked out the interview that I just did today with Zach Moss, go back and take a look at it. It's fire. And I guarantee you, there's no way you can't root for Zach Moss. There's no way you can't. You're gonna want him to get the touches. You're gonna want him to be that number one running back. And if you don't, something's wrong with you. I'm just playing. You guys have your own opinion. But y'all catch what I'm saying, man. So listen, you guys have a great end of the evening. Shout out to my guy King 30 says, yo, Rico, sorry, bro. I couldn't catch the end of the stream. All is good, brother. Don't even stress. Catch on the replay. So until next time, folks, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you guys next week. It's your boy. I'm gone. Ladies and gentlemen, we are tuned in to the Rico Report.
I really don't know what to tell you.
That game was insane. Welcome to the Big Squad.
Shout out to the Big Squad.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to the Big Squad.
welcome on a very special evening to the Rico Report. We are here. He is our team. This is the Buffalo Fanatics. Bing, 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 bing.